I'm Amanda. And wow, I consider myself an actress and a singer and a professional mermaid.
I think just because we're not currently doing it doesn't mean we aren't actresses.
I know.
Tell them your accolades, because like I know I pointed out to my girlfriends earlier, but like that's an impressive resume. That's when you say discipline. You are disciplined in that sense. But I digress. We can go on that topic later.
So I have a bachelor's degree in music performance and music education, and then I have a master's degree in opera performance.
Master's degree in opera performance.
Yes.
Wow.
Sadly, I have not sang opera in a very long time.
Please do not let this girl fool you. She's being very modest right now. My name is Deidra. Hello. I'm also the host of this podcast. We're not decided on a name yet, but we're here together because the amazing Amanda and I, alliteration, amazing Amanda, I love that. We met working at these dinner shows as paid actresses in Myrtle Beach. And when I say she's being modest, she's being very modest because she was the star of the show. Like, I never understood when people will call me intimidating or meet me and think like, wow, she's intimidating. But when I met you, that's the word that came to my mind was intimidating.
I think it's because I have resting bitch face.
I think it's because, and I just found this out, I think it's because it's when someone seems so put together. Because like you think I'm put together, but that is that's a shown form of discipline. Is completing something
true.
like that?
That's true.
Girl, we will
but
get
it's
on
a
to
habit.
That.
It's a habit. I know that like if I developed the habit to do something, then I could be disciplined at it in that way. But it's hard for me to form habits with things that I don't feel like prepared to do. Like for example, like being disciplined with like finances. I feel like I don't know that much about finances, and like knowing that makes it harder for me to be motivated to like do the things to create that habit.
And I wonder what motivated you through school, because my accolades are I have an associate's degree in arts and an associate's degree in science or math, I can't remember, but whichever one, it mattered to me more than arts did, because I was never considered myself an artsy person, even though I was always a theater girl, and I never considered myself artsy. I went to school for molecular biology. I transferred with my associate's degrees. Yes, I transferred my associate's degrees.
That's dope.
I didn't finish.
But that's cool though that you embarked on that.
Is that cool?
That's hella cool.
I think it is my story, and I've made peace with that. But like, I'm not proud of that.
Why?
I'm not proud. I didn't finish college. Like I went and
you try things and you figure out it's not for me. I think society might say like, oh, how dare
you? Society does, and I'm proud of myself for
moving
moving past that, because I told myself I was not leaving Greenville, North Carolina, until I had that degree. I finally left, and I'm proud of myself for leaving, because if something's not working back to back, you have to move on. That was not my calling in life. My last semester, and this is where I wish I was more educated on certain things, like you say with finances. I think with school, my approach to school, because a lot of things school always came really easy to me. Like
same.
It always came really easy to me. I love simple math. So I picked biology thinking, wow, this is difficult. Let me give it a good challenge. This will challenge me. And
it's very Capricorn of you.
Yeah. And that was very, I'm also a little delusional.
Delulu is the Salulu.
Ooh, but not in this scenario. And also I wanted to go to medical school, and I thought you had to have an undergrad in science, in a science field, to go to medical school, and that is not true. You can get your degree in communications in opera,
go to medical school
as long as you have the prerequisites. As long as you have the prerequisites before you apply to medical school. So I could do communications. I could have done business. I wish I would have done. If I go back, I would have done business.
If I go back, I would have done business or marketing.
Marketing. At least a minor in business. Life is all about business.
It really is.
It is.
Life is business.
Mm-hmm. So when you say,
no matter what you're trying to do, you're trying to sell something.
Absolutely. And I think it's so important to find that balance between your morals and what you're selling, but also what you're passionate about, but also to where it doesn't doesn't ruin what you're passionate about. It doesn't ruin it for you. Because that Myrtle Beach experience, it almost ruined acting for me. Like I thought, I'm like, I got everything I ever asked for this year, Amanda. Everything I've ever asked for, I got this year. But I had to be ready for it. I'd be ready. And so I approached leaving SpaghettiOs differently than I approached it. I had a few different approaches to it. I always make like a negatives and positives list to weigh them. And I was writing it. One of my journal entries says like, I quit my dream job today. And then it says, no, your dream job would pay you what you deserve.
Yes.
And then I said underneath it, do I really dream of work? No, I dream of this. Is how I found out I like love. This is how I figured out I didn't want to be single. Because I do dream of love. I dream of being on a tropical island and the weather's perfect and the only shade hitting me is right covering my face over a natural shading from a palm tree or something, like a natural shade. Yeah. I didn't even bring a tent. And it involves love and good music. And that's what I fantasize about. So no, that it's not ruining it for me because that was not meant for me.
No.
But from a financial standpoint, it wasn't.
Like, I feel like it was, for me at least, and I'm possibly for you too, it was kind of like it was like a little taste of like what's possible.
It was a little taste. And that's what's amazing when you figure out what is out there is like, wow, it's out there. I just have to look hard. Like I'm looking at the leaves of the tree. I got to look at the roots. I got to look at the bark. There's other parts of it to find the parts of the tree. That's why I'm really scared with this romance interest in my life because I don't know if it's showing me what's possible or if like this is it. Like, I don't know. But you helped me with that. You taught me down because I was anxious. No, I'm so glad too.
I need to be talked down sometimes too.
But
me, I'm a little more avoidant than I thought I was.
Me too, and I didn't know.
I thought I was, or maybe recent events in the past year changed me or something, but I'm figuring out that I'm a little avoidant. When I'm with somebody, I'm always like, is this it? Like, is he treating me good enough? Like, or is there someone out there that could treat me better?
That's important to think because we always think the grass is greener, and sometimes it is, but also sometimes it's the grass you water. Sometimes you have to water your own grass.
Ooh, you gotta water the grass.
Because I've noticed how avoidant I am, Amanda, but also I approach dating differently, and I think you are too right now. We're both talking to guys that aren't in the same area as us.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I'll speak for myself. That's a good thing for me because
it's a good thing for me too. But
I would touch him if he was close to me. I can't wait to touch his face.
I don't know that about like the one that I'm talking to because like I've never met him before, so I don't know if I'm gonna. But I don't know if I'm gonna meet him in real life and be like, actually, I'm not attracted to you. I don't want you to touch me or come near me. You know. That was a word from our sponsors.
Manifesting. Yeah. But I hope we're not annoying with sponsors. If and when, we get them. We can't be annoying with them.
No, but it would be nice to make some.
It will be, we will make money. But we'll do it in the most not annoying way possible because every money's not good money. Kai Cenat, have you ever heard of him? He's a streamer. He just broke the streaming record on Twitch and he's still doing it. He's doing a continuous one.
What does he do?
Because I was going to go really deep with that, but short answer, he streams. So he literally has a camera rolling.
But what does he do? Is he playing a game or?
I don't know how he started. That'd be a good thing to look into.
Just talking?
He literally, he's had celebrities on recently. Right now he's in a $50 million mansion.
He's in a $50
million mansion. But deeply, that's a short answer. But deeply, he knows that all money's not good money. He turned down a $60 million offer. Amanda, imagine being able to turn down a $60 million offer because he prayed about it and because it was just switch platforms because he streams and quote me if I'm wrong. He streams on one of Twitch or Kick or one of those and the whoever he doesn't stream with offered him that much to switch platforms. But then he would be going against his loyalty. And he prayed about it and thought about it.
Then he'd be asking his entire audience to move over.
Yes.
That's not
and
cool.
he didn't do that. And that's good money. That's my friend Amanda taught me this one time. My amazing Amanda. She told me that life isn't about good or bad decisions. It's your decisions, and that's your journey. And he's making what's the best decision for him, no matter what. Money is not the root of everything. When they say it's the root of all evil, they're not lying. But I digress. That's how I know and I feel that money is coming, because I've stopped putting money up here on my list of priorities. It's there. It's there. Keeping a roof over my head's a priority.
Yeah.
But it's not number one.
It's
not number. I can't. Amanda, I've been worried about it for like a year now. Financially worrying about it, and every month I would make myself sick, lay in the bed, overeat, break out. Seriously, my body talks to me. I'm an alchemist. My body talks to me, and every month I made it happen. So I could either worry myself fucking sick, or I could relax. And I started relaxing instead.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
That's how manifesting works.
That's why
you can't worry about it.
That's why we're here, Amanda. That's why we're here. And even, I had to hold myself accountable for the friendships I want to make, because like when I met you, I wanted to be your friend. I want to, because like I love being around women. People in general, I can learn from. And and we've already talked about this a minute ago before we started filming, how our combining our skills is amazing. And I can't just learn from everyone who's exactly like me. Like I want to learn from people who are a little different.
Absolutely. I like to learn from people that inspire me. Like that I see things in them that like I want to learn, like I want to become. Like there are definitely like things that I've seen in you that I'm like, I want to be like that.
And we've had those moments. That's why I totally and thank you for sharing those moments with me, because I would never know that unless you told me. And I love that, because you never know how someone perceives you. And I don't really care how the world perceives me. I like to spread kindness, but everyone might take that differently. You know, I'm not here to explain myself to everybody, but I do care about the people in my life and how they perceive me. So I love that you shared that with me. Thank you. And that's why I told you, when I think of the word intimidating, I didn't understand when people would say that, but I get it when I met you, because I felt like that.
Because so now you're like, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I get
it. I know what they feel.
And I won't speak for you, but I think you felt the same way about me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we think intimidating would be a good word.
Well,
and you can say no if you don't agree.
I guess it depends, because I feel like different people feel like the word intimidating is, to me, like the word intimidating, to a lot of people the word intimidating is like bad, it's like a negative thing. But for me, intimidation is like it's more about like the aura, like the aura you get. It's like it was a big aura.
Yes, that's why I'm asking you. And
like that's like, so it's like it's big, it's a lot, so it's like naturally it's gonna like hit you in a certain way.
So I like to think of the word intense, and I don't think intense is always a positive thing,
right?
But also it might not be a negative thing, because like the way you're describing the energy, it's an intense energy. Like, it's like if you're looking at a really bright light, right? It can be so beautiful, but it's like at the same time you're a little bit like this is a lot. Like, ooh, that's a good way to describe it. And that's why I'm asking what the word means to you, because what I've noticed with perceptions, what I always say, we are limited to our own perceptions. We are limited. And so when I use the word intimidating, to me, it does have a negative connotation. But to you, that's why I said, what does it mean to you? Because we are all triggered by different words. Words have different meanings for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's why I love that I'm hearing your perspective on the word, because it is different. I've noticed that from talking, because it's not always so black and white. Like something's negative, something's positive, something is right and something is wrong. Even I'll go back to the decisions talk that we had. It's not a right or wrong decision. It's my decision. It's your decision. So I'm so glad we connected. And I had to make sure I reached out again to let you know, because hey, I do want to be friends. I'm sorry. I think saying sorry is so important. And that's an example.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, because I wanted to connect.
Showed you were genuine. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to connect, and girl, we talk about our bad, we talk about what things we need to work on. I like being begged, and begged by men, initiated by friendships, and that is kind of toxic. It's kind of toxic. So, yeah, because then I'm gonna attract the wrong people that
I get it though. I have a little bit of that in me too.
And and it's not And
And
it's just, it's something I noticed. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like it was like super bad, but like in a moment where like I see someone I want to be friends with, I want to learn with, grow with. Like I didn't know we'd grow, you know, I didn't know what it was, but like honestly, I thought like at the end, I'm like, it'd be fun being mermaids. Like that's, I love good girlfriends and like stuff I can have fun with. Like you like content and stuff. Even singing, I'm like, oh, it'd be cool. Like we could sing. And if I wanted that friendship and I reached out to you, told you that, and then blew you off, I like to hold my friendships, my platonic friendships, to the same standard I hold romantic relationships. And that's, if we make plans, you come through. I'm not canceling last minute.
Oh my God.
You're not canceling. Like
I love that.
Them canceling, right?
I get so upset when people flake on me. It's like my pet peeve. I hate that rude. So much.
It's so
disrespectful to my time, because like I'm making sure that I'm available. I'm working my schedule around. I'm making sure I'm ready and I'm available to make it there. So that's taking even extra time out of my day to be able to make sure that I'm ready and available.
You want reciprocity.
And then when they just last second are like, I don't really want to do it or whatever, then it's like you just wasted so much of my time
and energy. And it's like, and I feel like a lot of friendships are like that. A lot of
nowadays, yes.
I'll speak from my experience. I know a lot of girlfriends that would get a partner and then act like they don't know you. I know guys that do it too. Get a partner, act like they don't know you. But I think that is a recipe for disaster. You are literally putting all your eggs in one basket, and it's self-sabotage.
If you think about it, like it's when you're first seeing somebody, you're getting so much dopamine. Your brain is getting flooded with so much dopamine that like being around your partner, talking to your partner is like a drug. It's like they're not thinking rationally when they drop their friendships. You just have to have awareness to know, and you have to consciously make an effort to be like, I have to have the discipline to like make time for my friends, even though I really want to see my person. I know that that's imbalanced to put everything into them. Let me live in balance. Balance is key.
Balance is such a key, and I've been so bad at balancing, and I'm learning it, but it's been a discipline learning it, because life is truly balance. A balanced diet, balance. Working out's a balance. It's not work out 6-7 days a week. No, I got results, and people ask me how, and I'm like, you're not ready for the answer. And they're like, what? I'm like, I've worked out 3, 4, 5 days a week. For consistently for like 6-7 months. And this week, I don't think I worked out this week. Maybe once. I've been pouring a lot of my energy. I've been pouring a lot of my energy into work, and my work. I'm doing DoorDash. I feel weird saying DoorDash is work too, because I feel like it's just like,
really?
Yeah. You talk about things you're embarrassed of. I'm embarrassed of saying that's my job, but I know because it's not what society would deem as a good career. But for me, it's a step in the right direction, because I told you it's
getting you closer to your goals. It's good.
My goal is to work for myself, and it's teaching me the discipline of working for myself that I need. Because, and even my finances. The financial shit, you're like, we've talked about it, and I hope you're not scared to talk. I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm not scared.
I don't give a shit.
It is what it is.
And the more you talk about it, you realize a lot of people are fronting. Like, a lot of people stress out about their finances. A lot of people can't. It's a discipline to work on finances, and but it is. And I find it funny that I've realized this, because I always say it, but I don't do it. I say it to my little cousins. They're like nieces to me. Like I always call them my girls. So if I talk about them, like I tell my girls, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage your money. So
100%,
we can make $1 million. And if we spend $1 million, we go to bed at the end of the night with $0.
Yeah.
It
never happened.
If I make $20 today and I only spend $5, I've profited $15.
Oh my God. We definitely have to do some like financial episodes.
Absolutely, because and we will, and it all intertwines. Hopefully, by the time we get there, we'll both be at a better place financially. Because I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it, learning. I'm like learning from it.
take notes. Share with the class.
Future Deidra, if you're rich, if and when, I know you will be. And I don't like to talk about what words mean to you. Rich. I'm so rich in different ways. It's not about monetary. That's why I know it'll come. That's why I'm not stressed about it. I'm so rich. I'm able-bodied. I have beautiful friendships. Mm-hmm. I have a beautiful place that I live with a roof over my head. I'm so rich already. So I know finances is next. I didn't know when I started working on myself that finances would be a part of it. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. That's why when you say manifesting, do I manifest? I didn't mean to. I was just trying to work on my body. It started with my body and my stress and my eating habits. It started that. And I never noticed that eating was a coping mechanism for me. But also it is for my mom. Mm-hmm. And I never noticed that. Yeah. Her finances go into her money, her food habits too, because she'll overindulge. Gluttony is a sin in many forms.
It is.
Mm-hmm. It's gluttony is, to me, what gluttony means to me. It's eating too much when you know you've had enough, but you're just eating to be painfully full. It's also when you have a partner and you're wanting more because you don't realize what's right in front of you. It's when you seek other validation from outside sources because you can't find it within. It is having a closet full of clothes and wanting more, but knowing your finances are tight. Mm-hmm. Gluttony comes in many forms.
It does.
And so I started approaching it differently. Yeah. And it's made all the difference.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. That's nice. Well,
but I digress.
There's so many things. Yeah, there's so many things we could talk about.
And we will. This is just the beginning.
Yeah. I definitely see this being a
positive outlet?
Yeah, sorry, but also just learning as we're talking about things and sharing our experiences, and in school mm-hmm. when they ask you to do a project mm-hmm. because you learned something. Mm-hmm. So I see this podcast as us going out in our lives and doing the things and learning the things mm-hmm. and then coming back and sharing with the class this is what I learned mm-hmm.
and we go deep. That's why I was telling you earlier, we can absolutely be our authentic selves, mm-hmm. but we just got to make sure they understand, because when we talk about manifesting, or I can go super deep. If you want to go really,
oh, me too.
If I tell them right now,
me too,
I can see this going somewhere because I can see the future, they're gonna be like, this bitch is nuts. You kind of get where I'm coming from.
They'll get on the train.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know exactly.
Oh, I believe in some crazy stuff.
Me too. That's why I don't want to scare them. I don't want to scare y'all, the audience. But once you hit a level of enlightenment, knowing yourself and knowing the environments and being very conscious of the decisions you make, mm-hmm. You will be able to predict it in a way. But also there's a point, which my amazing Amanda taught me, you got to let go and trust, but that starts with trusting yourself, and then you can trust the universe as well.
You have to, number one thing with letting go and trusting the universe is you first have to let go, and you have to trust yourself that no matter what the universe throws at you on the path towards what you're asking to manifest, you can handle it. Mm-hmm. And you cannot lose focus.
You can't lose focus.
Because sometimes the universe will throw you things that is contrary to what you are trying to manifest and bring into your life.
Amen.
Because there's something that you're meant to learn through it, but a lot of people, they come up against those obstacles and they're like, it's not working. I can't manifest. And it's not happening. And that's doing it wrong. You have to trust yourself that here's an obstacle, yes,
and life is full of obstacles constantly, and we've made it this far always. Because it doesn't stop. We can't. No, stopping's not an option. No. Stopping's not an option.
There will always be obstacles because you're always learning, and you're not going to learn anything if you don't have an obstacle.
And that's why I've learned this year, and that's why it's made all the difference. Mm-hmm. The path less traveled by. One of my favorite poems is two. I don't know if you know it, but two roads diverge in a yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that's made all the difference. You never heard that?
I think I have.
I've told that to one of my other friends recently, and they didn't hear that. And that's one of my favorite poems. And I think it's so real because instead of being in this year like, oh, woe is me, like life sucks, like, oh, the economy, this, I'm such a victim. I stopped approaching it like life sucks.
Same.
I started approaching it like, what am I learning from this?
Yes.
Spaghettis where we
I
met.
was gonna say spaghetti.
I said, what did I learn from this?
Yeah.
And I learned that I can do anything. I was driving an hour and a half one way and an hour and a half back for a job. Made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Made it happen. I learned 4 scripts the whole way through. Like,
I can't believe they made you do that.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely insane. That's why we're gonna one episode's gonna be dedicated to spaghettis.
Spaghettis.
Oh my gosh,
we're gonna
where we met, the job we met at. Oh my gosh, it was literally ridiculous, and that's how we met because
oh my god.
Yeah, because when I was weighing my options right and wrong, that was wrong how they did you. And they wanted Amanda to teach me how to sing, me who doesn't sing. I say can't, but I don't say can't. I can do anything. But I never practiced singing. I haven't practiced breathing from my diaphragm before. It's simple, like the basics. I don't even know that. And you have a fucking master's degree in opera, and they told Amanda, they're not trying. They told her, I remember what they told you because you spoke up at that meeting and you're one of the only people that spoke up, and I did too. And I love that. That's why I love you. I love you. You said to them, will you be getting paid to help me? And it wasn't just me, it was everybody because they wanted you to do other people too at that point. Mm-hmm. And he said, you should, Chef Boyardee, our old boss, Chef bogus. He said, you should be happy to pour into your castmates and make the show better.
He's a narcissist.
And it is not our show. It's not a play. This is his dinner show he is directly benefiting from. And that is not fair.
Nope.
That's not fair.
It was not our show. It was his show. And he just wanted to save a buck and undercut his people. And undercut his people and have me do something to improve his show and not have to pay me for it.
Absolutely.
Which I was willing to do because
hey y'all, we're almost done. We're almost done in here. If y'all want to come through. And you can always walk around this. You can always walk around. I'm sorry.
What was I gonna say?
Sorry to cut you
off.
No,
it's okay.
No, but it showed me for that.
I was willing to do it mostly because I thought you were cool, and I'm like, it'd be a good way to become friends.
And I didn't know what you were thinking. You didn't seem eager for it, and I didn't understand until I understood. You know what I mean? And
I didn't seem eager for it because they weren't clear.
It wasn't clear.
Well, it wasn't clear
because they don't want to make it clear because they won't benefit.
They
won't benefit from clearing it up. Yeah.
And it wasn't clear. Also, the venue. I didn't know if we were gonna have to meet at Rigatone. I mean, let's cut that out. Well, beep.
And
SpaghettiOs.
Spaghettis. Actually, keep that shit. We didn't say the whole name. Fuck them.
I just said Rigat.
Yeah. We'll cut it if it goes into that. But I learned from that. After that, because I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted. I told myself, Amanda, if I was gonna, because I moved to Wilmington. Mind you, I'm from the area. Okay, I live 30 minutes that way. That's where I was born and raised. I was born at the hospital right next door. Okay,
that's dope.
And so this is moving home to me. It's fabulous, but for me to be here, it had to be fabulous. It had to be perfect, and I got exactly what I wanted. I got a reasonably priced place that reminds me of Miami, but it's not Miami. Because I was trying to go to Miami, but I can't afford it. That's why being broke is good though, because I'm supposed to be here. I told myself if and when I move here, beginning of December last year, that if I moved here, I had to pour into my passions. I had to seize my opportunities and take every opportunity that I got. And I did, and I got the job there. And I was like, wow, this is exactly what I told myself I was going to do. I manifested that. I did extra work. I was doing extra work here. And I was like, wow. And when I went there that night, it was because I was working on a relationship with my mom. Because I was trying to fix stuff in my family. And so I had good intentions too. So I'm like, this is exactly what I was meant to be. My intentions are pure. This is what I want. This is exactly what I dreamed of. And it showed me, I got a taste of what it's like, taste of it. That's why I'm so excited for this with you, because leaving there was not the wrong choice, and it's not wrong or right, like you said.
It was what it was.
It's a choice. And
it was a stepping stone. It was to show you what's possible.
I felt so good after you left, not gonna lie, because I did seek external validation. Like, oh, they left afterwards too. Like, wow, it's not just me. Like, they were really doing people wrong. But I should know that. I should trust myself. I should trust myself. And we talked about trusting ourselves.
Yeah.
And but even after that, I did hospice care, and like I learned from death, and I learned from quality of life, and how it's okay, and how all money is not good money too, because I was making great money doing that, but I don't want to do that long term. I don't do it. I can do anything.
Yeah.
It's just, what do I want to do? And I'm figuring that out right now. So I'm excited to do this, because I'm figuring it out. Yeah. But I know you got to get to your dance tonight.
I do.
And so should we cap it here?
Let's cap it.
Any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. Well, if you listen to this whole podcast or watch this entire podcast through, thank you so much. It's our very first one, so we didn't really have a focus on a topic. We just kind of let the thoughts flow through. But I'm excited for the future. I think we have some really cool topic ideas. And if you're watching this and you watch the whole thing through, again, thank you so much. And please come back for the next one, because I think this is going to be, we're going to have a lot of really valuable content, I think.
Absolutely. And with Amanda thanking you, I want to say, I'm not thanking you. I'm thanking us. And if you're here, you choose to be here. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. And I only want love from this. I'm only trying to exude love and positivity. If you don't have any of that, please keep it to yourself. This is our first video, so we're working out our own kinks with like design and sound, and we're gonna work on that. We're not accepting tips, any opinions. But I'm proud of us, and if you choose to be here, whoever chooses to stay here, whoever's listening to this, because I'm probably gonna listen to this back. Hey, girl. I think it's a blessing to be given a different perspective, and our perspectives are amazing ones. So don't miss out on your blessings. Yeah.
Love it.
Yes. Okay. So thank you from Amanda, and thank you to Amanda and me from me. And that's a wrap. See you next time. Bye.